Welcome back. Today we join a solitary builder constructing an off-grid cabin in the Subzero wilderness before winter sets in. Clearing the foundation of packed snow ensures a stable, moisture-free base before permanent framing begins. Heavy dimensional timbers require deep-driven structural screws to resist lateral shear forces from shifting frozen ground. Pre-cutting lap notches at corner intersections locks perimeter beams together without relying solely on mechanical fasteners. A tight notch joint distributes structural weight across the wood grain. Hours later, heavy wall logs are hoisted, using an excavator to prevent structural strain. Applying a continuous butyl gasket between log courses creates an airtight seal. This prevents driven moisture and drafts from penetrating interlog seams over time. Plunging a chainsaw directly through stacked logs creates window rough-ins after walls reach full height. This sequence ensures uniform settling across the entire log assembly. The craftsman grinds joint transitions flush to prevent binding when upper courses are set, adding structural lintels above open spans. Redirects overhead loads around the window frame into adjacent walls. Laying structural plywood panels across roof rafters ties the upper structure into a rigid diaphragm. Covering the deck with self-adhering membrane creates a primary waterproof barrier that seals around nail penetrations. Notching rafter tails over the top wall plate transfers. Vertical roof loads directly into load-bearing timber walls. Securing each rafter with structural timber screws prevents wind uplift during severe winter storms. Pace matters on a solo build. Custom-formed metal edge flashing directs rainwater and snowmelt clear of exposed timber fascia boards. End-grain timber rapidly absorbs standing water through capillary action. Proper flashing detail is essential for long-term rot prevention. Installing horizontal strapping over the roof membrane provides a solid nailer base while creating an air gap. Timber bracket supports beneath eave overhangs transfer cantilevered snow loads back into structural wall logs. Corrugated steel panels shed snow accumulation quickly under their own weight. Fasteners with neoprene washers seal tightly against thermal movement. A solid log porch post carries extended roof ridge loads down to deck framing. Shaping the post top with an angle grinder ensures full surface contact against the header beam. This eliminates pinpoint stress concentrations that split wood under heavy snow loads. Welding custom steel brackets provides rigid mounting points that withstand continuous seasonal movement. Fitting steel window buck frames allows structural logs to settle vertically over time without crushing window glass. Rigid foam insulation panels applied over gable framing eliminate thermal bridges through wooden studs. Cladding upper exteriors in matching corrugated metal protects insulation from weather degradation. Burying water lines below regional frost depth prevents winter freeze-ups that rupture supply pipes. Where utility lines enter the foundation, expanding closed-cell polyurethane foam seals structural gaps against moisture infiltration. Water security dictates cabin habitability. By afternoon, focus turns to the generator shed where precise rafter trimming creates uniform overhangs. Housing machinery, in a dedicated outbuilding, isolates engine vibration and fuel storage from living quarters. Porous fiberglass bats trap ambient air inside ceiling cavities to prevent conductive heat loss. Stapling a continuous poly-vapor barrier on the interior warm side prevents indoor humidity from migrating into roof cold zones. Reflective foil panels redirect radiant heat back into the room. Removing inner cambium bark with a draw knife prevents wood-boring insects from colonizing structural logs under indoor heat. Fitting a peeled center post directly into the concrete floor slab anchors. Floor-to-ceiling framing against interior deflection. Natural round timber adds immense compressive strength while preserving raw woodland character. assembling interior partition walls divides the open footprint into functional living zones. Standard 16-inch center stud spacing accommodates standard sheet goods and provides steady anchoring for interior finishes. Precision layout ensures straight plumbing runs. Cross-linked polyethylene pipe, known as PEX, resists burst damage during freezing weather due to its elastic expansion capability. Full-circle copper crimp rings compress PEX over brass fittings, creating reliable mechanical seals under hydraulic pressure. Hanging drywall over utility framing creates fire-resistant interior wall surfaces. Overhead, tongue-and-groove pine planks interlock along their edges, concealing fasteners while accommodating seasonal wood movement across the ceiling expanse. Tapping tongue-and-groove floor planks together tightly closes seams, without marring visible wood faces. Leaving a quarter-inch perimeter gap against log walls allows solid wood flooring to expand and contract naturally as indoor humidity changes. Cutting curved OSB backing sheets establishes an organic profile for the kitchen backsplash wall. Setting natural pebble tiles into polymer-modified mortar bonds dense stone securely to wall substrate. Applying penetrating sealer protects porous stone from moisture and grease. leveling base cabinets on uneven cabin floors requires precise shimming beneath toe kicks. Securing cabinet frames into wall studs holds countertops dead level for lamination. Thin separator dowels prevent contact cement from bonding prematurely while positioning large laminate sheets. A flush trim router fitted with a bearing-guided bit trim laminate flush to substrate edges. Routing custom profiles along solid wood counter edges softens sharp corners and reduces impact wear. Clamping a straight-edge guide for circular saw cuts guarantees crisp, splinter-free joinery across thick hardwood counter slabs. Threaded iron pipe fittings create rigid industrial shelf brackets with high load capacities. Anchoring mounting flanges through natural stone tile requires diamond masonry bits to prevent cracking surrounding backsplash stone. Transforming natural moose antlers into a custom chandelier requires delicate drilling to hide internal electrical wiring along horn contours. Wiring low-voltage fixtures illuminates the handcrafted interior in a warm, low-glare light. What was an isolated snow-covered frame is now a fully functioning, self-sustaining living system, revived, robust, and honest about its wilderness craft. Every hidden weld, insulated seam, and fitted log is what its long-term endurance now rests on. True shelter is built to outlast the season.